Let's discuss about another interesting library called as pandas. Pandas is basically used for data analysis, and it is built on top of NumPy only. So we have already learned about NumPy, and pandas is built on top of NumPy. Now, you will mostly be using this pandas package a lot. In fact, you are going to use it heavily for any data manipulation. You can talk about any sort of data analysis, any sort of visualization, any sort of machine learning model building. Now, in machine learning, when I will go there, I will be explaining you what I mean by models there. Okay. For now, I'm keeping it like a black box, but that's the main backbone behind machine learning algorithms. You will be building models. Now, building models without your basically without your basically this data frames is just like useless. So you will be building all these things on top of data frames. So this is the importance of it. So you will notice that any data manipulation, any sort of data analysis, any sort of visualization. When I say visualization, what will happen is like as a human, it's we are more habitual of kind of understanding the data when we kind of show it in a kind of graphical representation, right? Otherwise, it's very difficult for us to visualize. If I give you just a table, right? So let's say if I give you a data right now in a table format. So let's say this is a table, right? And if I tell you that, okay, this is a salary component of this data, and maybe this is a age component of the data, and I put some entries in it. Now, looking at this, it will be very difficult. Imagine it's a very huge table. It will be very difficult for you to understand that what is here. But if I plot a graph for you here now, so if I plot a graph for you in a manner that now, if I tell you, let's say this is salary and this is age, and now if I tell you that it's going to be having like if the salary is some term which is matching here, similarly here, and here. Now you can see that there is some relation between age and salary, right? We will be discussing these kind of example in detail once we move to our visualization topic. We will be also discussing, but these kind of things are possible with the help of panda data frame. So you are able to now make some sort of relationship. You can see that when the salary is increasing means when the age is increasing, the salary is also increasing, right? So you can see that we are easily able to make some relationship here, which was kind of difficult to do it here. I'm not saying that you cannot do it at all here, but it's little difficult to do this task when you have just a normal table available to you. So that is basically what you will be doing with the help of your basically pandas. Data manipulation, as we have already learned in the topic of even NumPy and all. So we will be seeing that if let's say there's a data, we want to very quickly find out what's happening in this data, what's the mean, what's the average, what's the median. All those manipulations we will be able to do with the help of pandas. Moving ahead. So now, second thing is, what are the main data structures available in your pandas? There are two important things. One is your series, and second is your data frame. Okay, so these are the two important data structures in Panda. Now, the default one, whenever we talk about, we will be talking about data frames. For example, I just showed you a tabular format, right? That is basically nothing but your data frame. On the other hand, the series is going to be like a 1D array. Now, it's going to be kind of like a NumPy array, right? Now, usually in that NumPy array, just like in NumPy array, we used to keep a homogeneous elements, like same data type element. Similarly, here also it's going to happen. Okay, it's not mandatorily only numeric. It can be numeric, character, date, time, any sort of data type. Now you can think of this data frame and series in this manner. So when I say a table, right, like I took an example last time about like we have age and salary. So this table representation, what you are seeing, you can think of it like a data frame. Okay, you can think of it like a data frame. On the other hand, series, if I have to talk about, let's say if I talk about, let's say this particular column. Okay, let's say if I have to talk about this particular salary column, so you can denote it like a series, you can represent it like a series. Okay, so whenever you talk about column of a panda series, so basically when you're calling a column of this data frame, you can represent it like a series. So this is how you can visually kind of represent this data and kind of understand that what it's going to be. Now, we will be having series of different data type like characters, dates, time, boolean. We will have different data types belonging to it. And we can easily create a series by using this API, pd.series. So as you remember, when I have to create a numpy array, we were saying pd.numpy, right? And when we have to create anything else, so oh sorry, I'm really sorry here. So basically when we have to create this numpy thing, so we were doing it like numpy.np.array or numpy.array, right? So we were doing it like numpy np.array, right? So here it was np was belonging to my numpy. Similar way, here the pandas we will be using it as an alias with pd. Okay, so that will be what we will be doing here. So let's explore the practical side of these things so that we can understand it better, and then you will get a better idea that why I'm saying to you that pandas are a very strong and useful data structure for data analysis.